insurance. Can you imagine opening the door one day and there's Albert Einstein selling you life insurance? What a waste. Einstein thought he was such a loser. He wrote a letter to his family saying that it would be better if perhaps he was never born. Nobody was talking about the young Albert Einstein.
He worked as a substitute teacher in short jobs in various towns. Einstein's father tried to apply on behalf of Einstein for academic positions, and he wrote to a very famous professor and asked him whether he could use Einstein as a research assistant. But there were no positions available.
His father passes away, thinking that young Albert is a total disgrace to the family.
In 1902, the depressed and despondent young Albert moves to Bern, Switzerland's capital, and begins a career far from science.
One of his friends arranged for Einstein to get a job as a lowly patent clerk in the Swiss patent office.
In this office, on the 3rd floor, Einstein spends 6 days a week reviewing applications submitted by all kinds of inventors to the Swiss government.
Given a patent, you had all this information, and he had to strip it down to the essence, and that honed his skills as a physicist. He would very quickly dash off all the patents that he had to analyze.
He didn't find the work very strenuous. It was not so intellectually demanding.
And it would give him ample time to contemplate the universe.
He never would have been very good at a university, kissing up to a senior professor. He was much better at a stool in the patent office, trying to daydream about what is it like to ride alongside a light beam.
From that job, he would launch a revolution which would change world history.
Einstein's idle daydreams will profoundly change the way the universe is understood. In 1905, in what's been called his miracle year, he publishes in his spare time 4 visionary papers, the first of which answers the age-old question, what is light?
The photoelectric effect. This paper, written by this total unknown, showed that light comes as a particle called the photon. We use that in television, we use that in lasers.
In another paper, the 26-year-old Einstein posits something we now take for granted, the existence of atoms.
People didn't believe in atoms in those days, but he proved that atoms can actually make small little dust particles move in a liquid. And he calculated the size of atoms.
These papers would have been a remarkable career for any physicist, but Einstein is far from finished.
He writes yet another paper with the